Como una sonrisa eres tú, eres tú.
Hey, Pérez!
Me, mommy, believe me.
How much they pay you to be the little bitch? Why didn't you tell me she was so hot? Don't lose hope, amigo. My ace bandage was holding on for dear life. I know. Please hold him. That's how they get you, don't you get it?
Amaury, bonjour. Merci beaucoup d'être avec nous. Tu parles un peu français?
Petit peu.
Ok.
A few words and that's it.
Justement, la première question, la France, qu'est-ce que ça représente pour toi? Quel rapport tu as avec ce pays?
Oh my God, to me, France, viva la France. I mean, my name is French, let's just start with that. And the fact that France means the world to me in terms of, it's one of those epic, with history, you know, places with so much history. I got the opportunity to come to France for the first time about maybe 10 years ago. And I fell in love with Paris. And ever since then, I've been able to come every so often. So France to me, it's a love city. It's a love city. And they've always welcomed me with big open arms.
Je voudrais qu'on parle d'une série. Cette série, c'est Deception, ça c'est le nom américain, et le nom français, retenez-le bien, c'est Cameron Black, l'illusionniste. Est-ce que tu peux nous présenter cette série?
Deception, and it's amazing, it's a different name here, it's beautiful. It's a great show by Chris Fedak. Chris was the creator of a show called Chuck, which was very popular a few years back. And it's an interesting show that I got offered, and they approached me and said, hey, would you like to be part of this? It's basically about an illusionist who is accused of a crime and that he clearly did not commit. But it turns out he's got a twin brother. So people think it was a twin brother who did it. He did not do it either. They're being framed by this other person. It's called the mystery woman, and they were still figuring out why she's framing this guy for something that happened in the past with their family. So in the meantime, the FBI is helping them figure out who framed them from the murder, but they're also helping the FBI clear some cases that had to do with illusionists.
Ton personnage, spécialement, comment tu le décrirais dans cette série?
My character, his name is Agent Alvarez, and Agent Alvarez, even though he's an FBI, very strict, very just forward about his career, his profession, he's a fan of magic. He's a fan of Cameron Black. So to him, the first time he sees him, it's like a little kid. He's excited about meeting Cameron Black. So through the whole show, we see the bonding between these two. Clearly, there's a little bit of a margin where he has to be a strict guy, the FBI, but at the same time, he's a little bit of a kid every time there's a magic trick coming up. I mean, I love magic since I was a kid, but I was always looking to see where the trick was. Cameron Black, not Cameron Black, my character, Agent Alvarez, doesn't like to figure out how the trick is made. He loves the magic, and that's it.
Je voudrais qu'on revienne maintenant un petit peu sur ta carrière. La première fois que je t'ai vu dans un film, et je pense que c'est la première fois que vous l'avez découvert aussi, rappelez-vous, c'était dans ce film.
Oh my God. that was my very first film. That was in 2002. It was my very first. It was called Too Fast, Too Furious. I had a great opportunity to work with John Singleton and with Paul Walker, rest in peace. It was shot in Miami. I was supposed to be only in the movie for a little part, and John, the director, and I, we created a great bonding. He liked what I did with the character, so they extended a little bit more. I had an amazing time. Imagine, that was my first movie in Hollywood, and I was like, what is this? I thought every movie is like this. Clearly not. You go up and down, it's different, but that was my very first movie.
Je voudrais qu'on parle maintenant d'une série. Bien sûr, vous la connaissez. Est-ce que cette série a changé ta vie?
The series has changed.
Oh my God. Prison Break has been, the reason that I'm here is because of Prison Break. Prison Break was my baby. It was the show that Sucre was my baby. Fernando Sucre. It opened the world to me. It opened doors all over the planet. It's a show that I'm still very fond and in love with. People keep asking me, how many, are we going to do another season? And I joke, always say, how many more prisons are we going to escape from? But it's a show that changed my life. It basically put me in the map. It was my break, and has given me the opportunity to do many, many more things. I got the opportunity to work with Johnny Depp, with Mark Wahlberg, with Michael Bay. I got the opportunity to work with Keanu Reeves. I got the opportunity to work with so many amazing, talented people. And it was because of Prison Break that opened the doors for me.
Et cette série, elle a changé ta vie, mais elle a aussi changé, nous, notre regard sur les séries. Moi, personnellement, j'étais absolument fan de cette série, d'où l'importance de cette interview aujourd'hui pour moi.
It's funny, I always say this. There were two shows that changed the face of TV, and it was Prison Break and 24. TV before 24 and before Prison Break, it was just episodics. You know, you would watch episode 1 or you could watch episode 20, and it didn't matter. You were not gonna get lost. It's called procedural show. You know, you watch every episode, and it's a doctor show, or maybe it was a cop show, or maybe it was a firefighter show or a lawyer show, and it's okay. They're great shows. But when these shows like Prison Break and 24 came around, it became serialized. And it became one of those shows that you had to watch the first one, and the second one, and the third one, and it became, which is now what TV is about. It's all about series.
Et on les a effectivement toutes vues cette saison, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Et la saison 6, elle est annoncée. Est-ce que tu seras là?
I can't say much. There's a season 6, apparently, on the works. Nothing's been finalized. I hope Sucre will be back. He's a very beloved character. So, you know what, I'll be happy if the opportunity comes and everything comes into the right, place. Would love to, impersonate a role that I still very much love.
J'ai une question. Robert Knipper, qui joue dans la série, je sais qu'il a une anecdote très drôle qu'il a racontée, où il était dans un ascenseur un jour, il allait manger chez des amis, et il y a une dame qui était là, qui l'a vu et qui a eu la peur de sa vie parce qu'elle a cru qu'elle voyait T-Bag, en fait, elle a cru qu'elle voyait le personnage. Est-ce que toi, ça t'est arrivé de croiser des gens, et je sais pas, par exemple, qu'ils appellent la police en disant on a trouvé Fernando Sucre? Est-ce que ça s'est arrivé?
I've had two different experiences. With Robert, people will be afraid of Robert. With me, they feel they're their best friends. So I will be walking with Robert on the street, and people will be like, they don't want to get close to Robert. With me, they hug me, they think I'm their best friend because my character was so lovable, and everybody loves Sucre. Like, oh, he's so nice, he's the loyal friend. So I don't get that experience, but it did happen to me once that I was in Hawaii, I was landing in Hawaii, and I was getting out of the plane, and apparently there was somebody they were waiting for. So the minute I landed, when I got out of the plane, I was the first one they grabbed, and they thought, whoa, he seems familiar. Well, is it him? And they realized, no, he's an actor, and they let me go. But it was because there was somebody in the plane they were looking for. But with me, they're afraid of Robert. They love me. I don't know why. They feel like I'm their best friend.
Bon bah du coup, je te ferai un câlin à la fin de l'interview, j'aurai le droit moi aussi.
Of course.
Il me reste 2 questions et je voudrais qu'on parle d'une personne, je pense, qui est très chère pour toi, très importante, c'est cette personne.
Oh, that's my sister. She's my girl. She's about to have a baby any minute now. She's huge. She's about to, she's in the hospital right now. So my nephew is coming soon. That's my girl. I've known her. We've known each other for, wow, since 1999. That's when I met Eva. I was a bartender, and she was working on something with human resources or something like that. She was still, you know, we were both struggling actors trying to get our break. And she used to come to the club where I used to bartend, and all with her girls, and I used to give them free drinks and whatnot. We know have a beautiful friendship. And then Desperate Housewives came, and her career took off. And then Prison Break came around the following year, and my career took off. And we've both been supportive of each other's careers. She's my life. I mean, she's one of my best friends. I love her dearly. She's so happy with her amazing husband that I love. I call him my brother-in-law. And it's been now almost 20 years of an amazing friendship that I'm there for her, she's there for me, and I'll jump off a building for that girl. She's everything.
Bah alors en tout cas, moi je te confie une mission, c'est de lui faire un très très gros bisou de la part de toute l'équipe d'RTS et de Nico. Hein.
To her? Yeah. Absolutely, I will. I'll probably call her. It's 4 o'clock in the morning in LA right now. She should be giving birth, so I'll talk to her soon as I can.
On sait ça, bah on lui souhaite plein de bonheur avec ce bébé et de la part de tous les auditeurs aussi hein, qui nous regardent.
Thank you so much. Thank you. She's very beloved. She loves her first husband. I mean, her ex-husband, Tony Parker, is from France. So she loves France so much, and she speaks French. She picked it up, and she's very good at it. And we always talk about, you know, when we used to come here with Tony, and then she comes here. I mean, for the Cannes Festival every year. I think this was the first year she couldn't come, and of course it's because she was pregnant.
La dernière question que je vais te poser, je la pose à toutes les personnes que je reçois. On a revu pas mal de choses de ta carrière. J'imagine que quand tu étais petit, tu voulais devenir comédien. Si aujourd'hui tu avais l'occasion de remonter le temps et de t'adresser au petit Amaury quand il était petit, avec ses rêves de comédien, qu'est-ce que tu lui dirais comme message?
If I go back in time, oh God, this is a good question. I did not grow up wanting to be an actor. I was supposed to be a doctor. My dad is a doctor, my mom is a doctor, my brother's a doctor. I graduated from biology. I was going to go to med school. So acting found me when I was in my 20s. I was 20, 21 years old. I was never the kid who wanted to be an actor. It was never a dream until after. So what would I tell myself would be basically keep doing the same thing. I think things happen to you because there's a big guy up there, you know, I call him God, that, you know, that has a plan for you. And when things are meant for you, you know, they're there. Acting has been a very tough career. When I mean tough, it's the business side. You know, it's a career that we are not in control. So sometimes it's very hard to deal with things that, you know, you want that role, or you want this movie, or you want that TV show, and sometimes you don't get it, and it's completely out of your control. All I would say is have patience, have a lot of tenacity, keep going forward, be strong, be very strong up here, and just enjoy life a little bit more. So I would tell me that myself. I would tell that enjoy life a little bit more, because you cannot have the career rule your life. You know, you should just have fun. The career is something that, you know, because then life is going to pass you by too quick, and you realize, because if you get so focused on the career, you're gonna let life pass by. So that would be something I would tell myself. Not that I'm old and I'm gonna, you know, I'm still young, but I've realized that you cannot let the career run you. You should just run your life, you know, have fun, and things are gonna happen the way they should happen.
Merci beaucoup pour cette réponse.
Merci
Amaury,
à vous.
merci beaucoup pour cette interview. Retenez bien Cameron Black, l'illusionniste, très bientôt sur TF1. Encore merci, et c'est le moment du câlin. Hein.
Time for the hug.
Oh yes, of course. You're kidding me? Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. Such a pleasure.